Hi everyone, just wanted to talk you through the resources that I've sent over to you. At a recent Scottish Mathematical Conference, someone spoke from Education Scotland, and the title of their talk was Numeracy Across Learning, and how, to show kind of good examples of numeracy within different subjects. And I thought that would be worthwhile to share with yourself, as hopefully a way to maybe stimulate some ideas, and hopefully help you identify areas of strength and potential improvement areas as well for you. Okay, so whilst they're not the most detailed, it's certainly like a good starting point in each different curricular area. We got RE, music, art and design, PE, different areas where we can really be adding value to our curriculum by just giving pupils an opportunity to develop their numeracy skills in a meaningful way. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to have a read at the relevant section that has been provided, and hopefully that will help you kind of consider about what you're currently doing well and what you could potentially do a wee bit better. I have also given you a numeracy improvement team pro forma draft that I'm going to ask you to fill out. And actually I'm going to ask you to fill this out yourself, just so you've got an idea of how you think your department is doing. So you're going to fill this out yourself, and then what I'm going to ask you to do at a DM in December, which that'll be all agreed with the senior leadership team, is I'm going to ask you to lead this pro forma with your department as a way to gather evidence and to put in place an action plan so that we can try and help, if there are any areas of improvement, to try and help improve them. So the three questions are: to what extent are we meeting the numeracy pupils in the classroom or in our subject area? And I just want you to be totally honest here. If you're if it's saying like you might say, we regularly meet the needs by doing X, Y, Z. Okay, but there might be some of you might think, well, we're actually not doing very much at all. I just wanted to fill out this honestly, because hopefully, if we can identify where we are, it's going to get us to a better place in the future, where if we're inputting any change now, it can lead to sustainable change in the future. So I wanted to read this out. To what extent are we meeting the needs of our pupils in the classroom? So you fill this out. Thinking about what has been attached here, you've been given, I'm going to ask you to write down any areas of good practice that you currently have within your department. And based on this, maybe some of these resources here have given you pause for thought and think, oh, actually, we could be doing that a wee bit better. So it might be action for improvement, to develop an analysis booklet for pupils to record data. During athletics, for example. I'm not saying that's not what happens, just giving an example. Athletics. Okay, that's just for an example. I'm not saying anything at all with that comment, but hopefully you're going to be able to identify one thing that you want to do better, and hopefully that should stimulate a thought or an idea of, okay, if we've got a thing we need to improve upon, how are we going to do it? Okay, hopefully that will lead to an improvement action. Then over time, hopefully you'll be able to identify, okay, how do I know that intervention, how do I know that action has worked? Okay, you'll be able to maybe fill in this section here of evidence of impact. Okay, so I want you to fill this out just now for your own faculty, and then you've got an idea of how this is working. You're going to be leading this task with your department at a department meeting in December. Okay, I'll be making my way around during this hour to offer any assistance if I can. Taruni, this is for you. This isn't probably the most specific for you. Maybe I would suggest for you, Taruni, if you could identify any books that could be purchased where pupils will get to develop their literacy skills, but where also like the characters are positive about maths and numeracy? Is there such a book that exists that would be relevant for your curriculum? If you can maybe look into that for me and maybe see if we can put in a bid to get those books bought. Okay, hopefully that makes sense, everyone, and thank you very much for your time, and I will make my way around during this hour. Thank you very much.